So it's been about a year since we heard any real update regarding the whole Logan Paul and CryptoZoo situation, but we now actually have a pretty major update. And in the eyes of many, this new update kind of lets Logan Paul off the hook. Like, genuinely, the big response I saw to Logan Paul's new statement was, alright, he's fine now, he's fixed the whole situation, let's all just forgive him. And yeah, the statement is definitely better than nothing, it is a step in the right direction. It does seem like there's something a little fishy going on that we will speak about in today's video, and it isn't really the big conclusion that the victims would probably be hoping for. So let's first of all have a read through Logan Paul's statement, and then we'll get into all the big details. Today I'm incredibly happy to announce that I'm delivering on my promise to buy back base egg and base animal CryptoZoo NFTs for their original purchase price. This buyback program is being carried out at eggnftbuyback.com. Claims can be submitted through this site through February 8th. Now, one thing that is worth mentioning straight away is that he's clearly said he's refunding people for the base egg and base animal CryptoZoo NFTs. He's refunding the NFTs. But what he doesn't mention here, and it doesn't seem like he's going to do just yet, is refund the people who've actually bought the zoo tokens. Meaning, if someone spent the majority of their money on the tokens, they're not going to get refunded anywhere near as much money as they should. You might have $100 in NFTs and $1,000 in tokens, you're going to get refunded $100. Doesn't really seem that fair, does it? I approach the CryptoZoo project like everything else I am passionate about, with only the best possible intentions and success for everyone who shared our vision. I never made a single penny for the project, period. In fact, the opposite is true, because I spent hundreds of $1,000s trying to make it happen. Now, yeah, that might be true, right? He might not have made any profit on this. He clearly was trying to make profit with the project, and the people that he did end up working with did actually make profit. So people did make profit here. It's not like this is completely innocent when no one really made any money. With this buyback program, I'm personally committing more than $2.3 million to buy back base eggs and base animals from every person who intended to play CryptoZoo. Now look, even though there is something fishy going on here, and we will get into the terms and service later, which is definitely fishy, but this is better than nothing, clearly, right? $2.3 million. It's a lot of money. Some people might see this as a good solution who did actually purchase CryptoZoo NFTs. So, I mean, it's good for that, right? It does kind of blow my mind that it took this long, and I know everyone's like excuse, or at least like Logan Paul's fans' excuse was like, oh, he's getting sued for it, right? He can't do anything yet while he's in the middle of a lawsuit. He is still in that lawsuit, and he's doing this now, so I don't really understand what was taking so long. And in fact, it does seem like, in my personal opinion, and some other people's personal opinions as well, it seems like the lawsuit is the reason why he's now doing this, because if he does do these refunds, it can limit the value of the case to the plaintiff's lawyers. As I said a year ago, CryptoZoo was derailed by bad actors, which I've got to say is very ironic because I have seen a clip from the deleted scenes of Baywatch, and Logan Paul isn't one to talk about bad actors, let me tell you.
Wow, nice nipple froze, bro. Damn. Does anyone have a weed whacker?
Bad actors who did steal money and who betrayed our team while internally sabotaging the game. This has now been confirmed by an extensive investigation that has involved a forensic analysis of blockchain activity and the review of thousands of communications. I mean, yeah, that does sound pretty professional, but I will say that CoffeeZilla did a great job at showing who the bad actors were involved. With this evidence in mind, today I filed a lawsuit in federal court in Texas to hold these bad actors accountable. Now, straight away, this does make it seem as if Logan Paul just went out of his way to sue the people who were involved, you know, make sure they have repercussions. It's actually a counterclaim to the best of my knowledge from him being sued originally. So it does kind of change it a little bit, you know, he didn't just go out of his way to hold these people accountable. He was getting sued himself. So yeah. Bit of weird wording. The 25-page lawsuit is public and it can be found here, and there's a link to the lawsuit. This lawsuit is not based just on snippets of conversation taken out of context. This lawsuit is the result of exhaustive investigation that included the review of the entirety of conversations and tracking nefarious trading activity taken behind our backs, without our knowledge and with the intention of defrauding us all. As far as the game itself, unfortunately, will not be released. I'm not really sure if that's unfortunate, to be honest. At this point, just refund people. I don't even think anyone who invested was that excited to really play the game. They obviously just wanted to make some money because you made it seem as if it's going to be this great investment opportunity, which he then later goes on to say that he didn't make it seem like that. He did. I personally spent $400,000 to have it developed, and after its completion in early 2023 and some further diligence. Unfortunately, there are too many regulatory hurdles that would need to be cleared that I did not originally understand and would ultimately delay this buyback even further. This buyback is a way for me to make whole those who intended to play CryptoZoo. The buyback is not intended to compensate those who gambled on the crypto market and lost. It's important to remember that the Zoo token was created to support the CryptoZoo game and its players. It was not intended as an investment vehicle, as outlined in the original white paper. So this is what I mean about the people who actually did buy the tokens aren't going to get refunded, and he kind of victim blames a little bit here, and he's saying like, oh, I'm not going to help out the people who gambled on the crypto market. He definitely it seems like, did make it seem that this is a good investment opportunity, to be honest. But I mean, if he's got it in like small text somewhere on the website, I guess he's safe. This solution has been anything but simple, so I want to thank everyone for their patience as we figured out the logistics that making sure the first ever NFT buyback is a smooth process. And look, like I mentioned before, it's good that this is happening, right? People are going to get refunded part of their money, right? People are getting partial refunds for this type of stuff, which is good. It's definitely better than nothing. But like I also mentioned before, there is some fishy stuff going on here. It does seem like it's a bit of a way to kind of get his reputation good again, you know, make it seem and word it as if it's like this big refund where everyone's going to get all the money back, which it really isn't. And to be fair, in the terms of service of the website and whatnot, it does just make it seem as if he's only doing this to fix his chance in a lawsuit or to reduce liability. And also, let's not pretend that this is Logan Paul's only crypto scam, right? There's Dink Doink, which doesn't have all the media attention that CryptoZoo had, and he didn't refund people for that. He's clearly doing this for the media attention. Let's take Attorney Tom's video, for example, who of course will know a lot more about this type of stuff than I do, and he is actually the person who is suing Logan Paul, right? He's an attorney, there's a bunch of victims that he's working with. He is suing Logan Paul, and he's actually uploaded a video himself called Logan Paul's CryptoZoo Buyback Scheme Emergency Update, where he does give an update and gives his thoughts on the situation. So he starts off the video by saying that this buyback scheme is a bit of a sneaky plan.
In my opinion, I think this buyback is a sneaky trick. And I wish I could say I'm surprised by the actions of the defendant, but I'm not.
He also talks about the statement itself and says that it's just full of inaccuracies.
I think it's filled with a bunch of inaccuracies, misstatements, and quite frankly, just PR spin.
And then even goes on to say that he is now going to be filing an amended complaint.
In the coming days, we're actually filing an amended complaint, which is going to answer a lot of questions, I think. This is something we've actually been working on for a while. It's just kind of a coincidence that Mr. Paul is doing this now.
But this is where we get to the terms of service of the buyback scheme, and it seems like if you do want to get your partial refund or whatnot, you are going to remove your chances of holding Logan Paul accountable in court.
By accepting these terms, you acknowledge and agree that you are waiving any actual or anticipated claims against Paul, as well as against any related personal affiliates, agents, partners, employees, service providers, or representatives for monetary or equitable relief arising out of or in connection with CryptoZoo, including but not limited to this buyback, your purchase of any Zoo tokens.
Now, why that is very interesting, apart from the obvious reason, right? He's put this in the terms of service, very sneaky. But he also says that you're not going to hold him accountable for the Zoo tokens, even though he's not going to be refunding people for the Zoo tokens. So I think it's very, very sneaky for a lot of reasons. I think Logan Paul's plan was that people would see this tweet, you know, like the victims who did actually invest into CryptoZoo, and just jumped at it, right? And went for the refund straight away. Even people who did have Zoo tokens, knowing they wouldn't get the refund for that just yet, but at least they're going to get some money back. But in doing so, they have just removed all their chances of holding Logan Paul accountable. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, people ate this up, right? The big response that I saw all over Twitter was that Logan Paul has amended his wrongdoings, right? He's completely removed of all responsibility of this. He's fixed it, F1 sorted, the situation is over. I even saw a bunch of people saying stuff like, oh, so what are the haters gonna say now and whatnot, without actually looking into it, of course, right? They just take it at face value, and it's just ironic now, isn't it, once you know exactly what's going on here. Now, Attorney Tom does go on to say that he's still going to be pursuing this case, and he's advised his clients not to engage with this refund.
Obviously, our recommendation to our clients is we're still pursuing this case anyway. Our recommendation to clients is that do not engage with this refund because of this language. We're still going to pursue, and I'm just worried that a victim out there who has one NFT and $5,000 of Zoo token, or $1,000 of Zoo token, or $10,000 or $100,000, whatever it is, they're going to get their $200 refund for their NFT, and as a result, the rest of their claim is going to be waived.
Yeah, I mean, that would be shit, but clearly it does seem like that is what Logan Paul is going for here. This is what he was hoping for. And like I mentioned before, if that's not the case, why wasn't it done sooner? Because it's clearly nothing to do with the lawsuit, because it's still happening, and he's just doing it now. So what was the reason? I think it seems like he's just been advised to do something like this by his legal team to try and reduce the damages, and he thought this would be a good idea, but people are always going to look into it. There's going to be someone who looks into it enough to see exactly what you're going for. Now, with that being said, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below on everything that we spoke on in today's video. What do you make of the statement? What do you make about the buyback scheme? What do you make of the terms of service and the language that was used? Just let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'm going to leave it there. So if you did enjoy, please leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.